Been a long time since I've made a video, hasn't it? Well, I am back, hopefully more consistently too, but no promises. I've been trying to figure out this whole life balancing thing. Now that I have a steady job, I have all this money for video games, but so much less time. How's that even fair? I have played many games recently, and just so many of them are not good. And this isn't what this series is about. So let's get to it with a game I do love, Nova Drift. I've wanted to make this video for a week or two now, but I've found myself struggling to get my thoughts on this game down. And the reason for that is that it isn't hard to talk about, I just get distracted by playing it and having fun. Every time I sit down to figure out what I'm going to say about this game, I just end up playing it for like an hour or two. So, that's a really good recommendation. This game is so fun that I can't even write down about how much fun I am having with it because I would just much rather be playing the game. So, go buy it! Video over. No, obviously the video is still going. You can see how long the video is before you even watch it. Anyway, let's get into it. Nova Drift is an arcade space combat at the core. You fly a little ship, have one button for thrust and one button for shoot. You point your ship towards enemies and blow them up. It's pretty simple, really, and that's part of the charm to me. You can just jump in and play, point and shoot. It does get more complicated, but I don't see it as being an issue for most people that would like to pick up this game. The game is also a roguelike and is kind of an RPG. Every time you play, you start over, and you level up your ship as you fight. Your goal is to stay alive and get a huge score. When you level up, you first get a choice of a weapon, then a shield, and next a ship upgrade. Once you have chosen these upgrades, you are presented with 7 random upgrades that can do all sorts of things. The 7 upgrades give you enough that you feel like you always have something good to choose from. You are often faced with a tough choice of which good upgrade to pick right now. These upgrades do all sorts of things, like enhance your shield, hull, weapons, thrusters, or even give you drones to fight alongside you. This is a vast oversimplification of the upgrades in this game. I don't want to explain every single upgrade the game has, and you'll see some as they happen in the background footage, but these upgrades can do some really cool things. Some are flat bonuses, like bonus fire rate, but some have trade-offs, like larger projectile that does more damage but fires slower. Then there are crazy ones, like one that gives you a huge shield but takes away most of your hull. There are all sorts of choices to make when you upgrade. It's pretty easy to find a playstyle that fits you as you play. High damage guns? Check. Tons of drones that do all the fighting for you? Check. No weapons, all shields? Check. There are others too. It's fun to try something new. Like, I'm a big fan of the engineer ship for the drone build, but I do try anything else that I can think of. You can easily find some way you want to play and play that way. I think then most people can find enjoyment in this game. Plus, I will say it is a pretty easy game to jump in and out of. Even my most successful runs have only lasted about 30 minutes, so you can squeeze a game in here or there. I have a problem with this, as I just looked at the clock and said, just one more round, I have to go to sleep, and looked back up and saw it to be 2 hours later. There are some other nice features to the game. You can change control styles a bit. There are 2 game modes for now. There are some modifiers that kind of work like customizable difficulty. The art style is quite nice. I'm a big fan of the neon colors. The soundtrack is nice too. It's not my absolute favorite of soundtracks that I've discussed, but it fits the action and style of the game very well. Now, there are a few other things. These aren't even really negatives, just things I wish the game had, or hope to see in the future. It would be nice to have a lab or something, where you could just give yourself upgrades however you want to test things out. I look at some upgrades and I feel like I don't know how to use them, but I would have to invest time and a run to try them out. I know there's practice, but it still takes more time just to learn something or see how 2 upgrades work together. It would be nice to see some new hazards too. Right now there are just asteroids, comets, and singularities. I think there could be more. More bosses would be nice too. Maybe you don't always have to fight the same boss at the same level every single run. And I guess my only real complaint is that it feels like some enemies that shoot beams at you track you exceptionally well and can be very hard to dodge. This game is still updating. While I was working on this video, an update that changed some things about turrets came out. I'm excited to see more game modes come to this game, as well as some new weapons, ships, and shields. The moment-to-moment gameplay is a lot of fun. Building towards something powerful feels rewarding, and hitting the top of your own personal leaderboard feels like an accomplishment. I love the sense of progression of each run. You can start feeling very overpowered at points, and that's exactly what I want. This game also has a feature that I love with the upgrades. Super mods. These can kind of function like synergies that you see in other roguelikes, but you don't have to pick them. The high controllability of which upgrades you give yourself is great. Sometimes you don't want a trade-off that an upgrade gives you, so there's almost always something else for you to pick. Basically, the core upgrade system is one of my favorites in any kind of game like this. I found it hard to put into words just how much fun I'm having with this game, because I would just rather be playing it right now than talking about it. But I hope that I have shown you a little bit of why I'm having so much fun. Again, go check out this game. Go buy it, it's great. Now I can end the video and just go back to playing it. Okay everyone, thanks for watching. I know I haven't made a video for a while, and I wanted to try to get back into it in a regular way, but I also don't want to make any promises that I might not keep. I have many ideas, but most are more ambitious than I have done in the past. Hopefully you'll see them sometime soon though. I also honestly haven't played many games lately that I feel like I just needed to make a video on, which kinda sucks. Anyway, look forward to my next video, whatever and whenever the hell that is.